good afternoon, good day. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. I just want to greet you and say good. Have you ever sat and waited on an appointment and you are there on time? What do you do in the time frame that's happening? You tell me. I want to read a story for you today, one that is quite familiar, taken from 1 Samuel 16, and I'm reading from verse 4 down to verse 13. And Samuel did what the Lord said and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming and said, Have you come peaceably? And he said, Peaceably, I've come to sacrifice to the Lord. Consecrate yourselves and come to me to the sacrifice. And he consecrated Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. When they had come, he looked on Eliab, the eldest son, and said, Surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said to Samuel, Look not at his appearance, nor at the height of his stature, for I have rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. For man looks at an outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. Then Jesse called Abimelech and made him pass before Samuel. But Samuel said, Neither has the Lord chosen this one. Then Jesse made Shammah pass by. Samuel said, Nor has the Lord chosen him. Jesse made 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, and Samuel said to Jesse, The Lord has not chosen any of these. Then he said to Jesse, Are all your sons here? Jesse said, There is yet the youngest. He's tending the sheep. Samuel said to Jesse, Send for him, and we will not sit down and eat until he's here. And Jesse sent and brought him. David had a healthy reddish complexion and beautiful eyes and was fine looking. The Lord said to Samuel, Arise, anoint him, this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed David in the midst of his brothers. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon David from that day forward. And Samuel arose and went to Ramah. Can I tell you? You may know your appointed time, but I'm saying during the period where you're anointed to the period of being appointed, there's something that God wants you to do. One, when you're sitting in that room waiting for an appointment, if you were to attend an appointment and they told you 9 o'clock and it's now 9:30 and you know you were on time and there are others before you. Here are all the sons of Jesse before David. David seemed not to have been in the lineup for this appointment, yet he was the one that was about to be appointed. I want you to know, because you're sitting in a room waiting with others for an appointment, that your lifestyle is the qualification for your appointment. Even so, the Lord wants you never to walk in disappointment. Ensure your lifestyle matches up. So while you're waiting, there are one of 3 things you can do. You can prepare. You can continue to get yourself in a position of readiness for the appointment, that when you are called, you are ready. David, 13 years before his appointment, and still didn't get some things right. So we must prepare. Our qualifications are what caused us to be present in the interview room. So were these. They were all sons of Jesse. They were qualified, but yet still only one to be chosen. We have to make our election sure by our lifestyle. 2, ensure that you go through the process. Do not jump any of the different areas that you need to go through in life, because if you're placed in a position by your appointment and you're not ready, then we're going to create some messes that we didn't want to. So be ready to go through the process. And finally, be patient. I want to encourage you to be patient. Always show an attitude of gratitude. You were called to an appointment in the first place, and that alone is enough to rejoice. Be patient. While you are waiting, ensure that you are prepared, and while you are waiting, ensure that you go through the process. David wasn't even at the appointment on time, but guess what? He was the one about to be appointed. You might be that David. You might be that little shepherd boy. You might be the one that is not tall in stature and others are counting you out. But God has counted you in. It's your time of appointment. Live a life that's worthy. Live a life that will place you in the position of appointment, not just in the lineup. Bless you. Have a great day.